2 losses in a row out of 2 cup competitions. The title lead down to 3 points. Every pundit is writing Arsenal off right now. But what if this is actually the setup for the greatest ending in the club's history? What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're cutting through the noise and asking the one question every Gooner is afraid to answer honestly right now. Is Arsenal's season finished, or are they still 8 games from making history? Let's get into it. Here's the full picture, because context matters. Arsenal have led the Premier League since September. Month after month, top of the table, setting the pace. Going into this final stretch, they had 70 points, the best goal difference in the division, and a Champions League semi-final waiting for them. This was supposed to be the year. 22 years since the last title, a squad finally good enough to end it. Then, in about 4 weeks, everything wobbled at once. The Carabao final on March 22nd. Arsenal, 0. Manchester City, 2. Young Nico O'Reilly scored twice in 5 second-half minutes at Wembley. Then Southampton, a championship club, knocked them out of the FA Cup. Then a 2-1 home defeat to Bournemouth. Then Sunday's 2-1 loss at the Etihad. Cherki and Holland doing the damage. Back-to-back Premier League defeats. Lead cut to 3 points. City with a game in hand that could pull them level. That's the brutal reality. Now here's where it gets interesting. Let's talk fixtures, because the schedule tells a very different story to the headlines. Arsenal have 5 league games left, and honestly, it's a run you'd take. Newcastle at home on April 25th, Fulham at home, West Ham away in London, Burnley at home, Crystal Palace away on the final day. That opening game, Newcastle at the Emirates, could be the turning point. Newcastle have lost 7 of their last 10 Premier League matches. They are in free fall. A convincing win there, and the entire mood of this title race shifts overnight. Now, flip to City. 6 games, and it's no easy ride. Away trips to Everton and Bournemouth, 2 clubs fighting for survival, a final day home game against Aston Villa, and they're still in the FA Cup semi-finals against Southampton. Pep doesn't rotate in semis. Those extra games bite. Arsenal's run-in is kinder, City's pressure keeps building, and if Arsenal win all 5, no matter what City do, Arsenal are champions. It's still in their own hands. But here's what fixtures and tables can't measure. What's happening inside that dressing room right now? Think about it. You've been top since September, every week carrying the weight of an entire fan base's 22-year-old dream. Then in a matter of weeks, Wembley, Southampton, Bournemouth, the Etihad, 4 gut punches in a row. That doesn't just hurt the table, it messes with your head. But here's what keeps getting overlooked. Even in that City loss, Arsenal still created chances. Eze hit the woodwork, Gabriel hit the woodwork. They were still in the game right until the end. That is not a broken team. That is a team in a crisis of execution, not a crisis of quality. And that is a very different problem and a much more fixable one. The character hasn't disappeared. The talent hasn't gone anywhere. Get the results flowing again, and that belief comes rushing back fast. Right. Now, the part that changes the entire framing of the season, and I need you to really hear this. Champions League. Arsenal are in the semifinals. First leg at Atlético Madrid on April 29th, second leg at the Emirates on May 5th. And here is the stat that should make every single Gooner sit up straight. The only team left in the Final Four without a single loss this season. Not PSG, not Bayern. Arsenal, confirmed by UEFA themselves. And the route they've taken to get here? In the quarterfinals, they knocked out Real Madrid, 5-1 on aggregate. Real Madrid, the 15-time European champions, gone. Now they face Atletico, and crucially, Arsenal already beat them this season, 4-0 in the league phase back in October. Get through Atletico, and the final on May 30th in Budapest is against either PSG or Bayern final. 1 game, 1 night, anything can happen. And here's the thing that nobody's saying loud enough. Arsenal have never won the Champions League, not once in the club's entire history. Their best finish was runners-up in 2006. Winning it this season, after knocking out Real Madrid, after going the whole competition unbeaten, would be the single greatest achievement in this club's modern era. No argument. Don't abandon the league push. Absolutely fight for every single point, but understand what's also still on the table here. So, here's the truth, straight up. Yes, the last few weeks hurt. The timing was brutal. But the facts? Arsenal still lead the Premier League. They are the only unbeaten team left in the Champions League. They beat Real Madrid 5-1 on their way to the semis. Their remaining league fixtures are manageable, and the quality that kept them tops in September hasn't vanished. It just went quiet for a moment. 8 games left. 5 in the league, 2 legs against Atletico, and potentially a final. Win all 5 league games, get past Atletico, and give everything in Budapest. The Premier League for the first time in 22 years, the Champions League for the first time ever, or both. The only thing standing between Arsenal and history right now is belief. And I don't think this squad is built for giving up. Tell me in the comments right now, are you still believing? Premier League, Champions League, or both? Optimist or pessimist, I read every single one. Smash that like if this gave you something to think about. Subscribe, turn on notifications. The next breakdown is coming soon. Up the Arsenal. See you in the next one.